Again, welcome everyone to MyDHLife Corporate Update. My name is Steve Sughrim, CEO and founder. And I just want to say thank you everyone for being here, to be part of this update. I know you could be doing many other things today, being a Saturday, the weekend. I know there's a lot going on here in Seattle this weekend, and so I could totally relate. But I was just sharing, next week, definitely you want to stay tuned, and you definitely want to invite your guests, invite your team. We're going to have a very special guest with us, and that's the CEO and founder of the AI company we've partnered with to provide the Kingdom AI trade bots, which is our new product. And with saying that, guys, as for the ones who've been on this journey with us, have seen and have experienced, our two beta phase, have experienced the changes. Now, we officially launched last year in Seattle with the model we currently have. But now we're just, we've enhanced it. We've looked at many options and looked at really what's going on in the world, and often share this that, there's changes, there's paradigm shifts taking place. The whole banking infrastructure is changing. There's a lot of changes here in the United States that's coming down, with our whole banking system and the way we transact. And so, with those changes, we've got to move with the changes, right? You look at the trends, you look at the changes, and we prepare ourselves for these changes. But what it does for us and our community we're building, which is the Kingdom community, is providing opportunities, right? Providing a way to not just bring the awareness, but also have the resources and the means for our members to stay ahead, get ahead, safeguard their money, prepare, right? Proverbs talks about, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children, right? Several generations. But the reality is, for many of us, we don't even have $1,000 in our saving, far more leave an inheritance, right? So how do you change that paradigm? Well, we have to look at ways that we could provide opportunities. We have to look at the trends and how we could add to or take away from. And so we've done just that, and we're very proud of MyDHLife. We're very proud of the team we have here, all our field leaders, Scott, the ones who've been with us, our whole team. We've got a full team behind the scenes that's working, that believes in the vision. And it's always going to be about the vision, and the vision is simple. It's about global transformation. It's about building a community where it's for the people, by the people, or you could say by the people, for the people. Either way, you're right, because we are building a Kingdom community where we're going to take care of each other. We're going to build systems where we can sustain the community. We're going to build systems where we can help, whether it be in marketing, whether it be in motivational, inspirational, the tools, just everything a community will need to thrive and be self-sustained. And that's what we're creating, is to express just that through the Kingdom community, i.e. the name of our company, MyDHLife. So I'm not going to be long, today. I'm just going to give you a quick update from the update last week, because a lot has been going on behind the scenes. In MyDHLife, when you go on the front end, you see the website, you log in, you see the dashboard, the members dashboard. But then we also have what you call a test environment, okay? And this is where most of the changes are happening. And we've already started last week with a programmer, our in-house programmer, as well as our new AI bot partner, also programming on their end, because we have to do what you call APIs and sync data, right, between the two environment. So we've already stripped out, we did the comp plan, the packages have been consolidated to the 4 packages. We programmed just on Thursday where you could purchase multiple packages simultaneously, because, again, the way we have structured it is in such that, we have a $100 pack, a $500 pack, a $1,000 pack, and a $2,500 pack. And our new model is where we will 3x that package in 12 months at a rate of 30% per month, paid weekly. All right, so that's average about 1%, and it's better than more. Actually, it's, in my opinion, a superb comp plan. And then as far as the ambassador pay, which is a referral, it's at 20%, 10%, and 5%, so total of 35% paying out. And even that is very generous as a company. Most companies are not paying that. I was just doing the comparisons earlier with our new CMO, which I'm going to introduce here in a minute, Ivory, what some of the other companies are paying out, and the fact that what we're paying out is far more greater than any company out there within the space of what we're doing, especially now adding the passive income, right? So we got a very, very, again, lucrative comp plan. If you think the one we had before wasn't lucrative, paying out 75%, for the nature of what we're doing here, because remember, every package is going to be 3x, right? So you're earning, but yet we're paying out, on the back end, what we're paying out. So very, very attractive referral program. Now, the packages, like I said, we were reprogramming. So let's say, for example, you had $1,500, right? Well, we don't have a $1,500 pack, but you could purchase a $500 and $100. Maybe you have $1,600. Well, you purchase 1,000, a 5, and a 1. So it allows the members now to purchase multiple package whenever they want. Maybe someone can only afford $100 a week. So each week you could purchase a package, right? So we've done that programming. We've got the comp plan part we are working on, and the comp plan is going to be very simple because we already built it. For the ones who remember, we have an unlimited structure, right? It's a unilevel with unlimited depth, and so all we're going to do is just collapse it down to just 3 levels, since we're paying out 3-level referral. So that's pretty much what you're doing. Okay, I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Just give me a thumbs up or something if you guys can hear me. Can someone let me know if you hear me? Yeah, okay, thank you, Danny, appreciate that. Okay, all right, so if you're not able to hear me, you might want to adjust your volume maybe on your device that you're tuning in from. Okay, so and again, you do have time to invite, just use the direct link or the meeting ID and set it out for your team and your guests to get on here. Okay, so in addition to what we've been doing, we've also in the app environment already built out the frames, how it's going to flow within the app. And so what we're doing, so the ones who know, is we're creating a bridge between MyDHLife and the Kingdom Bot app environment. Applet is a company, and so what that's going to do for each one of us, it connects the two. So within their environment, the Kingdom Bot will be a bot, right, that will be in their environment. I'll link them back to MyDHLife, and then from within MyDHLife, when you click that product, the Kingdom Bot, it will take you into their environment. And so what we're doing is creating what you call an iframe with the environment, where all MyDHLife will be basically mirrored within the app, and then that expose MyDHLife to to that database or that clientele base, if you will. So it's a beautiful collaboration. This is where collaboration comes in, guys. And I've often talked about that in the past, collaborating with companies and partnering with companies and us helping each other, because that's the key, right? And so I'm excited about that and getting that all synced, and we should have that done next week in preparation for our beta once we get through. So each one of you, are going to have some advantages. So with that in the development part, and then of course we have a few graphical changes, which will be in the website, changing getting started page, as well as the comp plan PDF and the presentation PDF. So those pieces are being worked on, and we'll have new graphics. And then the last piece really just going through and cleaning up some of the videos that are no longer relevant with the new changes. So that will be done too. And then one more thing, the DHLife group, the Facebook group, we're going to keep it, just change the name to MyDHLife Kingdom Community. And because we're building a kingdom community, a global community, and then we'll get the Telegram group launched, as well as a WhatsApp group, because we've got a lot of members around the world that use Telegram as well as WhatsApp. So we'll have the 3 groups going for us. So that's really all I have from an update, from MyDHLife on the back end. Okay, I want to introduce Ivory Starr, who's our new CMO. Many of you have actually already met him from the previous couple updates that we've had. For the ones who are new, Ivory have been in this industry for many, many years, made millions with a company called Noni Juice. You guys might have familiar with it, have built massive teams around the world. And right now it's just, hitting the charts in many companies, which is very impressive. And, Ivory, he's part of MyDHLife as well. And they brought in a very large team here into MyDHLife. But, one of the things that, through the space that he's been with DHLife, and we've met actually prior when I was a consultant for another company that I helped launch and was doing their webinars. That's how we met. But he's been keeping his eye on what, the progression and what's going on, and, came to me and said, hey, this, have you thought of this? And well, I didn't, and I did. In making some of the changes to where we are based on what the industry is looking for, but not necessarily what they're looking for, but what I would say need. And here's why timing is everything, right? I mentioned the shift in the banking industry. I mentioned some of the changes that are taking place right now, and next year we'll really experience the shift here in the United States. But preparing for the shifts. That our members will have a way to do so. And so he brought that to my attention, and that's why we are where we are today. But I'll let him speak more on that and just share a little bit more about himself. And Ivory, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you. Awesome. Well, welcome, Ivory. And, again, I've often said it's a pleasure, that you're on board now as a CMO and helping spearhead. We've got an amazing team already. Scott's been there, and we've had all our fee leaders been there. Our whole team's been there. Everyone believes in the vision, and I know you've believed in the vision and this kingdom community that we're building. So I'll turn the floor over to you, Ivory.
All right, you guys. I'm excited, you guys, and I'm excited because, right now we're in a financial crisis, you guys. I mean, look, 55% of Americans worry about their financial situation. 70% of Americans is living paycheck to paycheck. Think about that. The average American, and this is the reason where I stay at, okay? Every every $1.22, think about it, that you have, you only gonna earn $1 out that $1.22. So think about that, man. 40% of Americans wish they can have an extra $500 that can dramatically change their situation. So what I really want to talk about today is two parts: leadership, and I want to go over the compensation plan. Leadership is very important. Look how many people's on this call today. 9. So we want to talk about leadership, because once we launch this, we're going to be like an Amtrak train with no brakes and no gears. But once we got to understand leadership, we got to understand our mindset. See, when you're in a leadership, there's two types, and you want to separate it. Some leaders control, where real leaders have service. So control versus service. Power versus empowerment. See, a lot of leaders want power. I want to empower you guys. See, a lot of leaders manipulate through manipulation. Well, MyDHLife, we're going to inspiration. We're going to inspire people. A lot of people are pursuing people, cross-line recruiting, cheating, lying. But with MyDHLife, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be pursuing our purpose. Okay? So it's time to write down some goals. And at the last of leadership mode that I want you to think about, because I gave you 5 tips of leadership: control versus service, power versus empowerment, manipulations versus inspiration, pursuing people versus pursuing your purpose. And the last is most important, is doing. We don't want to be doing nothing. We want to become. You want to become great. You want to become a champion. You want to become a great father, a great husband, a great teacher. Okay? So those are the 5 key ingredients of leadership. I mean, a lot of people say they're in the leadership mode, but they're controlling people. They looking for power. They're looking for manipulation. They're pursuing people, and they're doing. But MyDHLife, we service, we empowerment, we inspiration, we're pursuing our purpose, and we're becoming. Okay. 2 weeks ago, I talked about once we get started, and I'm going to talk about this more, there's 3 phases in attracting leaders. First, phase 1, you must listen. Michael Jordan listen, Wayne Gretzky listen, the Williams sisters listen, the 12 disciples listen. Once you get out of that phase, you practice. You practice what you was listening to and what you was watching. Okay? You practice in dribbling that basketball. You practice in shooting that goalie, right? You practice at being a great father because you was watching your father. And then the last is most important, all that talking and all that listening and all that watching, you must apply. Prayer without work is dead. Once you master these 3 phases of leadership, you're going to be unstoppable. That's the law of success. Okay? I just wanted to spend a little 3 or 4 or 5 minutes on the leadership and how it look like, what it smell like. Okay? And we're going to be going over that week after week after week after week after week after week after week. Can't get enough of leadership. Now I want to switch the gear to the compensation plan. And I want to show you guys how lucrative it is. And I'm going to use Crypto King for an example. No. I'm going to take Crypto King. It's a great name. But I see a guy named Larry Diamond. What a beautiful name. I'm going to use this gentleman for an example. I'm going to show you how lucrative our compensation plan is. Okay. So the father that we work for and we serve, you think you're going to be in heaven and his robes are gold, the rugs have diamonds on it, and you out here struggling, can't pay rent, can't eat, you eat ramen noodles. No, our Lord don't work like that. You just plugged into the wrong source. Well, now it's time to plug into the right source. I'm going to give you a blueprint. I'm going to use Larry Diamond for an example. See, when we start and launch this, every one of you guys go eat. You're going to have prosperity, you're going to have abundance, your bills going to be paid, but you got to be great stewards. You got to be great managers of your other people's money, but more importantly, of your money. Okay? So I'm going to give an example. For those that are ready to build an empire, I'm using Larry, for example. Everybody on this phone, I'm giving you an example. We can sponsor 12 people. I don't care if it takes you a year to sponsor 12 people, 6 months to sponsor 12 people. Jesus sponsored 12 disciples. You're going to do the same thing because we're all going to duplicate. I'm using a powerful word number of 12. Give me 5 more minutes and I'm done. Take your time, get a piece of paper, write it down if you want. Okay? Repetition is a mother of learning. You're going to retain 7% on a daily basis anyway. So here we go. I'm using Larry for a prime example. He calls me. He says, Ivory, my money is funny, baby, but I'm ready to roll with MyDHLife. I know y'all got 4 packages, man. I'm going to come in the lowest package because my money's funny right now. But Larry, I know your heart. You're going to do great things, Larry. Don't worry. Just go ahead and get your package for 100. We know that 100 going to turn to 300. But more importantly, Larry, we will go out here and we go get, I want you to get a list of 50 names on the list. I want you to put Norman on that list, Scott on that list, Sheila on that list, Crypto King on that list, Steve and Ivory on that list, Dan on that list, Durrell on that list, Danny on that list. Put everybody on that list. Do not prejudge. Some will, some won't. So what next? Those you think will, won't. Those you think won't, will. Okay? Here we go. Now, I'm going to give you an example out the 12 people. 3 of them go come at 2,500. 3 go come in for 1,000. 3 go come in for 500. 3 go come for 1,000. 400, I'm sorry. So I spread it all out. Since you signing up 12, let's say you signed up 3 for 25, 3 for 1,000, 3 for 5, and 3 for 100. Follow me, you guys. We're only going to use your first level. You know, you get paid on 3 levels, 20%, 10%, and 5%. In this particular example, I only want to use your first level. Now, knowing you will be making way more of what I'm telling you, but I'm going to use Larry to turn his $100 to 25,000 in about 3 cycles. You know, you guys, when you get your package, you're on a 12-month term. But then in 12 months, you might cycle 3 times, maybe 4. Who knows? See, it all depends on the bot and how it performs for you. Okay, so let's use Larry. Larry says, okay, I got to 12 people. I'm saying, Larry, you the man. He said, I got 3 people for 2,500. I said, Larry, you just made 1,500. Slow it down, Ivory. You're getting 20%. So if Larry signs someone up for 2,500, don't he get $500? Cha-ching, Larry signed up 3 people. He just got paid $1,500. Slow that down, Ivory. Also, Larry signed up 3 people for 1,000. What's 20% off 1,000? $200, Ivory. So he adds $600 towards his 1,500 equals $2,100. We're $400 short. Larry still got 3 people to sign up for 500. What's 10% of 500? $50. So that's $3 more $100 Larry just got because we're getting 20%. So Larry, you didn't got 20. You got $2,500 in referral bonus right now, Larry. Right now, Larry, you called me, we jacked out our money. I said, Larry, you came in 400, man. Look in your back office, man. You got $2,500. Larry, listen, we got to manage your money because listen, Larry, you said you living with your mom. You've been going through some things and you want to get your own apartment. You're a grown man. You don't need to be living with your mom. You looked for an apartment. You said, hey, listen, it was $900 a month. That's $9,000 every 10 months. So now you're looking at about $11,000, $12,000 for an apartment for a year. So Larry, see, we got some goals, man, because we've been talking about this. Larry, you said, okay, you win 100. So Larry, let's get that 2,500. Let's get you a package for 2,500 because that 2,500 will turn to $7,500. Ching-a-ling, ching-a-ling, ching-a-ling. Larry gets a package for $7,500. I mean, 2,500, that's going to turn to $7,500. Larry go take that 7,500 and go get 3 more packages for 2,500 a piece. 2,500 times 3 is $22,000 in 500. Now let's go backwards. Go backwards, Ivory. Larry started with $100. He signed up 12 people. Man, he jacked out his mind because he had a list. He had a list of 50 people, but only 12 decided to roll with Larry. 3 came up 2,500, 3 for 1,000, 3 for 5, 3 for 100. You see the power of this. Larry manages his money right. He didn't take the 2,500 and go buy some rims for his car. He didn't go out here and go get his girlfriend and go to a club and go to Janet Jackson concert and waste his money. No, Larry put the $2,500 back and bought him a package for $2,500. That package turned to $7,500. Larry then took the 70, that's that one cycle. Larry then took the $7,500 and says, Ivory, I got enough money to go get my apartment. I said, hold on, Larry. Let's not get the apartment yet. Wait one more month. Take the $7,500, Larry, and get 3 more packages for $2,500. Turn it into $22,000, and now you got your apartment. You can eat, and you got a used car on the side. Ooh, wait! Let that sit for a minute, just for a second. You use your referral money to buy packages. The goal is to go out here and sponsor 12 people. That's your goal. Be like Jesus. Go look for Andrew, John, Peter, Paul, Matthew, okay? That's who you're looking for, all right? Then your second phase, you got to be great stewards and management of your money. If you got some goals and you say you want to make $100, $1,000, or you want to get this and that, it's going to take you some goals and managing your money right. Scott, I know you see where I see Scott. See, Scott, God is good, but you got to manage your money like Miles Monroe say, right? So now you see how phase 1 and cycle 1 and cycle 2 can look like. You take that 22,500 you made and go on your third cycle and take that and get you 10 2,500 packages that's going to turn to $75,000. That's the end. I turned that 100 to $75,000. I turned that 100 into $75,000. I turned that 100 into $75,000. See, I'm a numbers guy. I know that's why I created this for you guys. See, I created for me and Steve won't be rich, but you will be rich. I put more money into your pocket instead of me and Steve's pocket, because the more money we put in your pocket, you gonna come back and come back and come back. Like Jesus said, you gonna want more wine, you gonna want more food, right? You start to become somebody, you got a purpose. You pursuing your purpose, you inspiring other people. They say, man, Steve, we see what you did, Scott. We see what you got. I want what you got, Scott. You empowering people and you serving people. This is what we built to do, and this is what we're going to do. So you've been listening and you've been practicing, and now it's time to apply. I just wanted to show you the whole game, the whole system that we're going to be running. Wash, rinse, dry, repeat. Wash, rinse, dry, repeat. There's a system that we're going to be running. Those that follow the system and get on these Zooms, we only got 11. The 11 going to turn to 50. The 50 going to turn to 500. The 500 going to turn to 5,000. 5,000 going to turn to 50,000. 50,000 go to 100,000. But for the first 11 people that come in, the 12 people come in, they're going to be overriding all those 10,000 people. You're going to be making lucrative money. So I wanted to end with that. I want to say it's been a pleasure, and a plum to share an opportunity to you guys that the Lord had put in my heart. He says, Ivory, it ain't you. You making this 50, 60, 70,000 a month. It ain't you, it's me. I gave you this money so you can go and serve people and inject this into MyDHLife, which is a Christian-based company. I know my assignment. I ain't going out here and getting no Lamborghinis and going to buy all this stuff. No, I'm putting it back into the Lord, what he told me to do. I know my assignment. When you know your assignment, you know where you're going. When you know where you're going, you're going to be sitting right next to him when it's time. At the end of the days, you'll be sitting next to the Lord. Steve, I'm excited. So I want to shut my mouth and pass the baton back to you, my friend.
Amen. Thank you, Ivory, for breaking everything down and inspiring words. And guys, Ivory used the word rich, but we're building kingdom wealth, right? Sustainable wealth. And what's so beautiful about this, like you heard Ivory, and when I said he called me, obviously, for the ones who know me and know the foundation of MyDHLife has always been prayer. Prayer, waiting, and just waiting for the right connections and just waiting for the answer. And, and I see some names on here that have been with me to know this to be true, that I don't budge and I just wait. And some people don't understand the secret behind that of just waiting, just being silent and waiting for your prayer to be answered. And Ivory wasn't answered to prayer, right? So obviously I didn't know the Lord's been speaking to his heart, and here we are today making this tremendous change now, with MyDHLife. One, and I'm going to end this soon. I don't want to keep you guys long either, but guys, as we're building out this kingdom community, there's a lot more involved in it, and truly building a community for the people, right? And it's going to be by the people, for the people. And what I mean by that, we have, I'm just going to give you this example here, and then we're going to end, or we'll open up for Q&A. Anyone has questions, feel free to ask questions. We have the cause pages. I'm going to give you one little example. We have the cause pages, and we have many members that have, filled out some of these cause pages. Our current model is based on sales, primarily sales. And so, if you're not, out there sharing, then there's no sales being generated. And therefore, it would be very hard to support the community that are in need. Now, with the new model, it will be very possible, because each one of you will be earning daily, right? You'll be able to withdraw weekly, and of course, your 3X in your packages. So an example I give, is, let's say, for example, we have, a single mom that, needs to pay a rent, or I use an example of an elderly needing, medical care, or they can't get, their medication, whatever the case may be, right? Let's just say, for example, we've got 2,000 members, okay? And the need is $2,000, to pay a mortgage or get medical care. The community can come together and contribute what? $1 from your daily earnings, $1. But that $1 by each community member, right, will support this other member within our community that has a need. See, this is true kingdom community building, right, where we are here for each other. Because then those same members now, they have packages as well, but they'll turn around and bless someone else, right, paying it forward. So I just wanted to share that little piece of one aspect of the kingdom community that we're building, to strengthen and to bring changes. Because we, One Vision, One Heart, our foundation of MyDHLife, we're doing a lot of global transformational work around the world, and will continue to do so. But strengthening just the DHLife community with some of the various tools we're building out, and some of the other, and we've got some more exciting things we're going to be announcing, marketing systems and different things to really help you 10x your potential. And I've reused the example of building a foundation of 12 by 12 by 12. It might seem like a lot, but trust me, with this new model, it's not, because what it does for each one is, we could have, anyone, right, be able to just purchase a package. And if they choose not to recruit, they don't have to. But I guarantee you, once they start earning and withdrawing, they're going to share it indirectly, just going to share it with people. That's just the nature of, when people actually start earning, they just want to bless everybody else and say, look, you guys need to look at this, and buy a package, because you're going to 3x it. And you end up, sharing with more people than you thought, you could share it with. And that's what's so dynamic about this new model. So I just want to share those two aspects, but please, next week, corporate update, make a note, invite your team, your existing team, invite guests. I will be back. We'll have our special guests, which you'll get to meet. Brandon, he's the CEO and founder of our AI trade bot that's providing the service for us, which is called Kingdom Bot. It's already programmed. We already got the name, the logo, everything's already set. It actually is looking beautiful. So I'll have him do a little demo and show you guys. By then we'll be able to show you a little bit more. So with that, let's just open up for any questions. I'll be more than happy, Ivory, myself, or Scott, be able to answer any questions you have. Any questions? All right, no questions. Beautiful. All right, guys. Well, you guys continue to have a blessed and highly favored weekend, and we'll see you next Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. So with that, you guys have a blessed rest of your day. Okay, bye for now.